Hi, I'm Jessi Rosinski, and welcome to the Hands Heart Center Mindful Moment. It'll be a guided meditation today, and I'm a volunteer with Hands Heart Center. Very happy to be here with you. Before we get started, I just want to share a few words about Hands Heart Center. It's a nonprofit service organization in the greater Boston area that's focused on using yoga and meditation to provide healing benefits to people all across our city and area, especially those who may be experiencing poverty, homelessness, addiction, or other losses. These noon mindful moments will be streaming every Thursday for the rest of 2020, and they also live on the Hands Heart Center YouTube channel, so you can feel free to visit anytime, as well as share them with anyone you know who may benefit and enjoy these practices. So as we get started today, I wanted to offer a brief breathing practice to help us get centered. I've heard this referred to as elevator breathing. And what it is on the inhale, you are going to raise your hands, palms can face down, all the way until you have completed inhaling, so that hands will move up until you've completed your inhale. And then on the exhale, they just lower down. And so the hands move at the speed of the breath. The slower, the better. Take the breath in through your nose as the hands move up. When your lungs are filled and the breath is complete, you'll start to exhale either through your nose or your mouth, your preference, as your hands move down. The hands trace the shape of the breath. Take a few more of these. My pace is just here as a guide. Move at the pace of your breath. Inhaling through the nose, hands lift. Gentle, smooth. Can the breath be smooth? Can the movement be smooth? And on the exhale, you release all the air through either the nostrils or the mouth. Expel all the air as the hands come down. Feel free to close the eyes or turn the gaze downwards, perhaps even watch the hands. But just do something intentional with the eyes that feels beneficial, that feels safe to you. The breath is a bridge between the mind and the body, the thinking self and the feeling self. And intentional breath work such as this, elevator breath, or anytime you're paying attention to your breath, starts to create a bridge between the thinking self and the feeling self. And that can be helpful for calming oneself down, balancing the nervous system, focusing. It's a variety of benefits. Take 2 more at your own speed. Inhale, the arms come up as the breath comes in. Fill up those lungs, slow, deep, steady. And exhale to release. Hands come down. One more on your own time and speed. Can this be the slowest, deepest, smoothest breath yet? And exhale to release all the air. And as your hands come down, choose somewhere to place them on the body. You may take them and just hands, palms face down on your thighs. You could bring them to your heart, to the belly, just somewhere where your palms are connected with your body. And if it feels comfortable for you to close the eyes, you're invited to do so. You might also just turn your gaze downward or away from the computer screen. And take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up with air, sigh it out. One more deep breath in through the nose, and sigh it out through the mouth. And you'll bring your attention to the top of your head. And we're going to gently cascade our attention down the right side of our body. So you'll bring your focus to perhaps your right eyebrow, your right ear, your right scalp. And then gently bring that awareness down to the right side of your neck and shoulder. And as you move the invitation throughout, as you cover these pieces of the body, is there anything about the body that can release a little bit, that can let go or soften? So as your attention spreads through your arm all the way down to the fingertips, is there any holding that can be released? As your attention moves down from your shoulder, through your chest, your right ribs, your right side of the body, down to the hip, buttocks, any softening that can happen on the right side of the body. Awareness goes down through the leg, feeling the entire weight and volume of the leg until you reach the foot, perhaps resting on the ground. And if so, can the foot feel any heavier? And feel your entire right side of the body taking up space. The weight, the volume, and the space you're taking up is expansive. You'll shift your attention to the left side of the body, and we'll again start at the top. Perhaps the left cheek and eyebrow and ear, any softness that you can invite into the face. Continuing to bring the softness down with you on the left side of the neck, the left shoulder, down through the entire left arm until you reach the fingertips. Noticing the space of the left side of your body. The heart space, the chest, ribs, belly, left hip, and your entire left lower extremity from the hip to the knee, to the ankle, to the feet. And feeling the weight, the volume, that entire leg. And attention goes to the entire left side of the body, the space that this takes up. And we'll move symmetrically through our body now at a slightly slower pace. And as we go, the invitation is just to bring your awareness to the qualities that you're feeling in your body. And if it is interesting to you, to invite any softening, any tenderness or relaxation that would feel welcoming and supportive to you. So thinking of both sides of the body as well as the front and back body, the inside and the outside, and bring your attention to the crown of the head. Noticing the scalp. Noticing your brow, the eyes and the muscles around the eyes, temples, cheeks, jaw, chin, and ears. The entire region of the head. And holding the space inside of which does so much thinking and problem solving and cognating for us, holding this in some amount of appreciation. And then gently shift your awareness down into the neck, throat area, landing on the shoulders. Take an opportunity to move the shoulders away from the ears, letting them drop down. Let them feel heavy, take up space. Then moving the awareness into both arms, the space between the shoulders and the elbows. elbows to wrists, and wrists to fingertips. Feeling the weight of both arms, the volume of both arms, perhaps the heaviness of both arms. Attention will come to the midsection of your body, starting at the shoulders, the collarbone, upper back, expanding to the whole chest space in the front and back of your body. You might take a deep breath here to feel the air rush through the chest as it fills the lungs. And on your exhale, releasing any excess. Noticing what you feel in the chest, what you feel in the upper back. And meeting whatever it is that arises with curiosity and inquisitiveness to what is there, as well as simply acknowledging what is there. And perhaps if feeling a gratitude for this part of your body that houses the heart of your lungs. It's a significant part of your posture and presence. And your attention continues to move downward into the rib basket, the belly that expands in the breaths, mid and low back. Again, a deep breath might feel supportive here, filling the belly, filling the ribs, feeling all parts of the body expand 360 degrees on an inhale that nourishes you and an exhale that releases. And the awareness now shifts downward even further to the pelvic region, hips. If you're sitting on a chair, you might feel areas that are in contact with the surface of the chair. Underside, glutes, hip area, pelvis. This area taking up space. A strong anchor in the body. Feeling at ease. Your attention will now move downward to cascade through the legs, the fronts of the legs, from the hip to the knee, backs of the legs, from the hip to the knee. If your legs are touching the surface as you sit or lie down, you might notice this area. Moving your attention to the knees, traveling downwards towards the ankles. And finally arriving at the feet. From here, you'll turn towards your entire body. A field of sensation, a field of aliveness and being. And notice what it is that you feel in the body as a whole. Perhaps particular areas stand out to you as feeling at ease or pleasant, or the opposite, areas that are calling for your attention. Areas that might feel hungry, unpleasant, itchy. And each of these sensations that you find, whether pleasant or unpleasant, are a sign of your aliveness. We'll take a moment just to rest here in this awareness. Awareness of the entire body. It's a poem that was shared with me recently. It's called The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water. And I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. And as we wrap up our practice, I invite you to take a deep breath and release all the air out. If your eyes have been closed, just slowly blink them open or shift your gaze back upward. Perhaps bringing some gentle movement or stretching is helpful as you transition into the rest of your day. Thank you for spending some time together with me and Hands to Heart Center, and I hope that we'll be back together soon.